International. My brother Jacob, stop it again!
Science! 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 Science!
In the bass section we have this mysterious man, a vital cellular Columbia PhD scientist, Dr. Van Dubin Taylor, teach us! Thank you, Rick.
The holy word for tonight is written by a professor at the distinguished university, Harvard. His name is Donald Ingber, and he wrote an article called The Architecture of Life. He writes, "Life is the ultimate example of complexity at work. An organism, whether it is a bacterium or a baboon, develops through an incredibly complex series of interactions involving a vast number of different components, themselves made up of smaller molecular components exhibiting their own dynamic behavior, such as the ability to catalyze chemical reactions. Yet, when these components are combined into some larger unit, such as a cell or tissue in your body, utterly new and unpredictable properties emerge. These properties include the ability to move, to change shape, and to grow. These patterns appear in structures ranging from highly regular crystals to relatively irregular proteins, and in organisms as diverse as viruses, plankton, and humans. The phenomenon in which components join together to form larger, stable structures having new properties is known as self-assembly, and it is observed at many different scales. Now, are you ready to do an experiment with me? I would like everybody to join hands with the neighbor next to you. Now, I'm not talking about some sort of religious joining of hands. I'm talking about a very strong joining of hands. Reverend, come here.
We stand or we sit? Like this.
Lock your arms. Lock your arms. It's okay. You can stay seated. You need to lock your arms with your neighbor. Now, let your arm relax. Let your arm relax a little bit. Now, I would like the person at the end. I would like the person at the right end. My right. So this end of every row. I'd like the person on this end of every row to pull that direction. Just the person at the end. Okay. Good. Observe the results of that experiment. Now, relax. Now, I want to do the experiment again, but we are going to change a variable. The variable we are going to change is how tightly you're gripping your neighbor next to you. I want everybody now to really strongly flex those biceps. Flex those biceps. Now, again, the person at the end, I want you to pull. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Did anybody observe what I observed? Did you see that the first time when we were complacent and relaxed, the person, when they pulled, not a whole lot happened, right? Maybe the person, one person over, or the next person over felt a tug. But when we were locked, tightly connected to each other, and the person on the right pulled, did you feel it all the way across? Yes. This is an example of what Professor Donald Ingber calls tensegrity.
Oh yes, tensegrity.
It is a form of self-assembly. Now, tensegrity has been observed in many different places, such as geodesic domes. the capsules of viruses. That's what makes the capsules of viruses strong. But it is a philosophical concept, and I think that it can apply to larger, more abstract connections, like the connections between people. So remember, we can self-assemble, and it's the connections between them, between the different particles in the unit, which is very, very important and can make the difference between floppiness and strength.
Dr. Benjamin Taylor. Dr. Benjamin Taylor leads something called the Bio Bus. He goes around to high schools around the country which have lost their science funding. He has state-of-the-art microscopes and computers and so forth in the bus. And people come out to him